Okay, now we're going to go on to the next lesson. It's piecework. What is piecework? It means write this down, I get paid for every job I do. Okay? Okay, now let's discuss this. Advantage employers have a piecework pay system instead of hourly wage. Well, if I get paid by piecework, I'm pretty much my own boss, However many lawns I can, let's say I'm mowing lawns, my pay totally is dependent on how many lawns I can get mowed, okay? That's an advantage. Now, the disadvantage is when you get paid by the hour, you're going to get paid even if you're working or not. Like if I'm working at a restaurant and we're not busy, I'm still going to get that hourly pay, okay? But jobs that have a piecework system would be like a plumber, because you get paid for every house you go to, an electrician, and lawn service. Okay, now the math behind it is actually pretty simple. Okay, here's example 1. If a person gets paid $63.50 per car tune-up, how much does he make if he tunes 18 cars? Now this is called my piecework rate. Okay, $63.50. So I write that down. I'm going to put equals. And I don't know how much I'm going to make. Okay, so $63.50 times, so put a multiplication dot. You got to look for how many car tune-ups that you did. And I tuned 18 cars, so it's going to be 18. Okay. So I take 63.50, and I'll write that down, the money sign. So I take $63.50 times 18, and that's $1,143. Okay. All right, next one, example 2. If a person gets paid $85.75 per repaired television, how much would he get paid for 25 repaired televisions? Okay, so $85.75 per repaired television. So this is my piecework rate, and I'm trying to figure out how much I get paid. Okay. So his piecework rate's $85.75, and it says per repaired television. So how many televisions? He did 25 of them, so times 25. That's going to be $2,143.75. Okay, example 3. Suppose you are paid $4.67 for each garment you complete while working in a clothing factory. If you complete an average of 2 garments per hour, what's your average pay for a 40-hour week? Okay, now, this one's a little bit different, so you're trying to figure out your total pay, okay? All right, so I make $4.67. That's my piecework rate. And then per garment would be times the number of garments I complete. And I see 2 garments, but then that says per hour, okay? So times, then I got to find how many hours there were. So there's 40 there. So this one has 3 factors. Okay, so $4.67 times 2 times 40 is going to be 373.6. And then you put a 0 behind the 6 right there. Okay, example 4. Alex works part-time at home, typing papers for others on his word processor. Alex charges $1.75 per page and averages 9 pages per hour. Alex needs to earn $250 per week. But how many hours must he work at each job? Okay. Now, this is a little different because this 250 I have circled here, that is my total amount that I make at the end. Okay. But what I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how many hours he must work each week. So I know my piecework rate's $1.75. Per page means times the number of pages. So I see 9 pages, but then that's per hour. So times the hours, I don't have any per hour, and I don't have any hours, okay? So then I need times by X. So what I do is I multiply these two factors together, okay? So I'm going to take $1.75 times 9, and I get $15.75. Times X equals 250. Now you remember from algebra, okay, we're going to box that up and then divide by 15.75 on each side. Okay, and that's 3,937.5. I'm going to put it as, 250 divided by 15.75. 15.87. So I'm going to take that 18 rounded up to 16. Okay, so. Okay, now remember what I didn't know. It says how many hours. So he has to work 16 hours to reach that amount of money. Okay, example 5. Bill is paid 16 cents for each telephone call. If he wants to earn $150, how many calls will he need to make? Okay, so 16 cents for each phone call. Or no. I know how much he's going to end up with at the end. He ends up with 150. Okay. And his piecework rate is 16 cents. And it says for each telephone call, and I don't know how many telephone calls he makes, so I don't have the telephone call factor. Okay. All right, so that's going to be X, and I can't multiply anything, so all I need to do is then divide both sides by 0.16. Okay, and I get 937.5, but I'm going to round it up to 938. Now it says how many calls? So 938 calls. Okay, now before you start your assignment, what you're going to want to do is make equations. And at the end, we want to know how much money we ended up with. That's your job throughout the assignment. Okay. Now, these ones you don't know what you ended up with. Okay, same idea here. Now, we want to be careful on these ones, okay? I don't know. Okay, we want to be careful on these last two, okay? Because on this one, we do know how much we ended up with. We ended up with 200, and we ended up with 400, okay? Read the problem, and it should make sense, okay? The other ones, you don't know what you ended up with, but these ones you do, so you're not going to be just multiplying here.